Test the leg, everybody. So now this is in fact the last part of this lesson, some basic concepts of chemistry, and today we're going to take up this subtopic called reactions and solutions. Now in fact most of the reactions that are carried out in the laboratory are in the form of solutions. So it is therefore very important that we know how the amount of a substance present in a solution is expressed, or how the amount of a solute present in a given volume of a solution is expressed. That is the concentration of a solution. Now, when I say solution, it consists of a solute and then a solvent. The solute here is the one which is lesser in quantity, and the solvent is usually, in fact, more in quantity. Like if you dissolve a spoonful of sugar in a glass of water, so here sugar is your solute. Sugar becomes your solute, and then water is your solvent. Now the two together will give you what is known as a solution, right? If the two are mixed, you will get a solution. That's it. So this is what you'll have to know. Now, the concentration of a solution, or the amount of a substance or a solute present in a given volume of a solution, can be expressed in different ways. Now, some of these different ways, or some of them, are as follows. You can see the very first one here is mass percent, or it's called the weight percent. We're going to call this the mass percent, right? And then the second method is called the mole fraction. The third one is molarity, and the fourth one is molarity. So now we shall take up these one by one and with some examples for each. So now the first one I'm going to take up is your mass percent. Mass percent. Now this thing called mass percent can be defined as the mass of the solute present in 100 units of the solution. Now this thing called mass percent of a solution can be expressed, let's go straight away. Mass percent, I'm going to put it this way, mass percent of a solution is given by, that is, mass of the solute divided by total mass, that is mass of the solution. I'm going to put mass of the solution into 100, since it is percent, that is, we're talking in terms of percentage. So mass percent of the solution, in the sense, this is one way of expressing the concentration of a solution. So to find the mass percent of the solution, say you have some sugar dissolved in say a glass of water. If you know the quantity, say in 1 liter of a solution, of sugar, you should know how to express the concentration of that solution. Or if you have some edible salt, sodium chloride dissolved in half a liter of a solution, then how do you express its concentration? Now here, we're going to talk in terms of mass percent of a solution. This is the first method. So here mass percent of the solution is given by mass of the solute divided by mass of the solution into 100. That's it. Now we're going to take up some examples, right? Some examples. maybe the very first one. The very first example I have for you is, let's say this way. Solution is prepared by, this is written, okay, 10 grams of salt, 10 grams of a salt in 40 grams. So this is, 490 grams of water, And the question here is, find the mass percent, I'm going to put this, mass percent of the solution. Find the mass percent of the solution. So your answer, the solution here is, for the first one, okay. It is said that a solution is prepared by dissolving 10 grams of a salt, some salt. This is your solute. And then the mass of the solvent, that is water, is 490 grams. And the sum of these two, 10 grams plus 490 grams, is 500 grams. So that is the total mass of the solution. So your mass of the solution here is going to be 10 plus 490 is 500 grams. And then the mass of the solute, that is the salt, it is 10 grams. And then so this is going to 10 by 500 into 100. That will give you the mass percent of the solution. So you put it this way, mass of the solute or the salt is 10 grams. And then mass of the solvent or mass of water here, right? Or mass of the solvent, you can just take solvent or water. It is 490 grams, right? And then now, mass of the solution, that is total mass of the solution here is the sum of these two, that is 10 plus 490 grams is nothing but 500 grams, right? This is 500 grams. 500 grams. So now knowing that the expression for mass percent of the solution, let's put it straight away now. I'm going to write mass percent of the solution. Mass percent of the solution is given by mass of the solute or the salt, it is 10 grams divided by mass of the solution is 500 grams, right? 500 grams. So you don't have to write gram by gram, they get cancelled. See, if one mass is in grams and if the other one is in kilograms, you'll have to change, either grams into kilograms or kilograms into grams. Make the two units same. And this is to be multiplied by 100. So you get these two, they get cancelled. Okay, so finally it is 10 by 5 is 2, isn't it? It is 2%. So therefore, the mass percent of the solution is 2%. That's it. So in the same way, you can work out many such problems. So the next example for you, that is another example based on mass percent of solution. Let's see. The second one for you is written question number 2. A solution is prepared by dissolving. Oh, I should see, I can change it there itself. I'll put it here without wasting time. So the second question, let's put it this way. Question number 2. A solution is prepared by dissolving. This time written. It is 4 grams of it is sodium carbonate in a 2CO3 in 246 grams of water. All right. So find the mass percent of the solution. So you can try this out yourself, right? This is question number or example number 2, right? And now You do the same thing here. I'm not going to work this out for you. You will do it yourselves. Then the next thing is there's going to be a slight change in the question here. The answer, it's got to be 1.6%. If I'm not wrong, this is 1.6%. Now the third one for you is a slight twist in the question. Solution is prepared by dissolving 1 mole of NaCl, sodium chloride, in 20 moles of water. 20 moles of water. Find the mass percent of the solution, right? So the question here is find the mass percent of the solution. Very simple. So now the solution here, the solution is prepared by dissolving 1 mole of NaCl in 20 moles of water. Now here it's given in terms of moles. 1 mole of sodium chloride. You have to express its mass, that is sodium chloride, mass of sodium chloride in terms of grams, and then the mass of water again in terms of grams. So we know that 1 mole of NaCl is how much? See, you want to do this. I'm going to write mass of sodium chloride NaCl is, you are given 1 mole, right? This is 1 mole. I'm going to take it like this, 1 mole. This is 1 mole. Now you've got to express this in terms of grams. And for this you have learned about something called the unit factor, if you remember. So we're talking about sodium chloride. So to change this mole, unit mole into grams, what I do is, as far as sodium chloride is concerned, its molar mass is, for sodium is 23, chlorine 35.5, and the total is 58.5, right? So now the mass of sodium chloride is, okay, 1 mole. So you take, this is 1 mole of sodium chloride is the same as 58.5 grams. So mole and mole get cancelled. So mass of sodium chloride given here is, it is 58.5 grams. Now next, mass of water. So 20 moles of water, you express this in terms of grams. We know that the molar mass of water is 18 grams, right? Let's see. So now here your mass of water is, it's given as 20 moles. Change this into grams. So again, the unit factor, 1 mole of water is nothing but 18 grams. If you remember, H2O. You have 2 atoms of hydrogen, that is 1 into 2. That is 1 into 2 plus oxygen. Each oxygen is 16. So 1, 2, 2 plus 16 is 18, right? So now mole and mole get cancelled. So this is equal to 360 grams. 360 grams. This becomes the mass of water. Now what you need to find is mass percent of the solution. So now knowing that mass percent of a solution is given by mass of the solute, that is mass of sodium chloride, right? That is 58.5 here. 58.5 divided by the mass of the solution. Mass of the solution. Now mass of the solution is the sum of these two. You got to add up these two. So when you add up the two, that is 58.5 plus 360, right? Grams. So this is 360 grams. So finally, the sum of these two is also 5 here, 8, 418.5. So this becomes the mass of the solution. So 418.5 into 100. So you will have to finally simplify this. So if you simplify this, it is the same as 585 by 4185 into 100. And here, this is into, when you simplify this expression, in fact, the answer I've got for this one here, it is something like, 13.978, approximately 13.978%, or this is equal to, you can take it as approximately 14%. So that is 14% of the solution is made up of sodium chloride. Okay, that's the third example for you. And then the last one example for you to work out is, that's the third one. And now the fourth one for you, I'm going to make the change here. Let's take this. This is example number 4. A solution is prepared by dissolving 2.5 moles. I'm going to change this. 2.5 moles of, it is sodium hydroxide in 900 grams of water. So now you have to find the mass percent of the solution, same thing. So you will do it yourselves, right? And here the answer is 10%. This is for you to work out, right? This is question number 4 for the example for you. All right, now next we are moving on to the next concentration term, that is mole fraction. So I'm going to take up mole fraction. Let us see what is this mole fraction. Mole fraction is defined as the ratio of one particular component to, that is the ratio of the number of moles of one particular component to the number of moles of the solution. That is the total number of moles of the solution. The second one you have is the mole fraction. So it is the ratio of the number of moles of a particular component to the ratio of the total number of moles of the solution. So, like if you have two components A and B, and if this component A is dissolved in component B, then you will have solution. And if we assume the number of moles of component A to be Na and that of B to be, that is B to be Nb, right? Then the mole fraction of each of these components can be obtained by this expression, that is, you can put it as mole fraction of A. Say if your A is, your A here is the solute and B is the solution, then the mole fraction of your component A is given by number of moles of component A divided by the total number of moles of the solution. So like you have Na as the number of moles of component A and Nb as number of number of moles of component B. So the sum of these two is Na plus Nb here. The same thing applies to mole fraction of B. If you have to find the mole fraction of the component, second component B, that is a solvent, if B is a solvent, then you will have to write Nb here. this is number of moles of component B divided by the total number of components of the solution, that is number of moles of component A plus number of moles of component B, that is number of moles of the solute plus number of moles of the solvent together. So it is Na plus Nb. Now, based on this expression, we shall work out a few problems. So I shall give you some examples. Right now, the very first one, a simple one. The first example for you is, okay, if 2 moles of substance A, 2 moles of substance A is dissolved in I have 38 moles of substance B. Find the mole fractions here. Find the mole fractions of the two components. Find the mole fractions of the two substances or components. Alright. So now, as you can see here, the mole fraction of the first component, that is component A, is given by the number of moles of component A divided by the sum of the number of moles of the solution. By the sum of the number of moles of the solution. So here, let's take, okay, number of moles of A. So you can see number of moles of A, you call this Na, right? Sorry, you're taking this as Na is 2 moles, right? 2 moles. And then the number of moles of B, you're taking as Nb. And this is 38 moles. 38 moles. Now, mole fraction of the two substances A and B. So you can write mole fraction of substance A is given by Na. Number of moles of A is 2 moles. So for A, that is mole fraction of A, you write 2 here, divided by the sum of the two, that is Na and B, it is 2 plus 38, it's nothing but 2 divided by 40. So when you divide 2 by 40, 1 by 20, 5 times 5 by, so it's going to be 0.05 if I'm not wrong. Okay, that's it. And then to find the mole fraction of the second component B, it is number of moles of component B is 38 divided by 2 plus 38, the same thing, it is nothing but 38 divided by 40. So when you divide 38 by 40, you're going to get 2 1s, 2 9s, 18 to 20 times, right? So this is 5 times 100, 19, 995, right? 95 divided by 100 minus 0.95. So these two now are the mole fractions of the two components A and B. So you see that this is 0.05, the mole fraction of substance A or component A, and the mole fraction of substance B or component B is 0.95. And the important thing to be known here is the sum of the two mole fractions is always equal to 1. You should get 1. So when you add up these two, you will get 1. So the same thing should be seen in all the other problems. So now the next problem for you is, suppose you have Okay, better write it here. Question number 2. If 4 moles of, this is sodium sulfate is dissolved in, if 4 moles of sodium sulfate is dissolved in 396 moles of water. Moles of water. Find the mole fraction of. Find the mole fraction of sodium sulfate in water, right? Okay. Na2SO4 and water. This is simple. This is the easy one. It's an easy one. Okay. That's the second one. So here the answers, I think, are 0.01 and the other one is 0.99. These two should be your answers. Okay, this is for you to work out. And the next, one more example for you. Okay, this is a little twisted one. You try it yourself. If 80 grams of sodium hydroxide is dissolved in 864 grams of 864 grams of water. Find the mole fraction. Find the mole fraction of sodium hydroxide and water. So these two are meant for you to work out. So in the third problem here, you are given the masses of these, and that is the salt, sodium hydroxide, and the solvent water in terms of grams. You have to convert these into moles. So 80 grams of NaOH is how many moles? You find out, and 864 grams of water is how many moles? You just express these in terms of moles, and then you can find the mole fraction. The answers here, if I am not wrong, 0.04, and the other one is 0.96. Alright, that's it. And now the third method of expressing the concentration of a solution, it is molarity. So let's see how one can express the concentration of a solution in terms of molarity. Right? Molarity is defined as the number of moles of a solute present in 1 liter of the solution. So it is nothing but the number of moles of any salt present in 1 liter of the solution. So that's called the molarity. And the expression for this is, we write, molarity is given by number of moles of the solute is just salt, divided by volume of the solution, volume of the solution in liters. It is in liters, right? LITR, yes, liters. Now, so this is the third way of expressing the concentration of a solution. It is nothing but the number of moles of the salt dissolved in a given solution divided by the volume of the solution in liters. So, you know how to find the number of moles, right? If you're given the mass of the salt in grams, you have to just divide it by the molar mass of the salt, and you will get the number of moles of the salt. And then the volume of the solution here it has to be in terms of liters. If you're given the volume of the solution in milliliters or cubic centimeters, you will have to express it in terms of liters, change it into liters. That's very important. So based on this, the very first example for you is, let's see, the first one for you. I have, say, 5 moles of a salt is dissolved in enough water to make up the solution to what volume it is? 10 liters. 10 liters. Now you're asked to find the molarity of the solution, right? Find the molarity of the solution. Find the molarity of the solution. It's very simple. So here the question is very direct. You can see you're given the number of moles of the salt and then the volume of the solution. Volume of the solution is also given in terms of liters. So now your solution here, answer. You write number of moles of the salt, right? Number of moles of the solute or the salt is 5 moles. You can put 5 mol. Then volume of the solution. Volume of the solution, that is the salt plus the solvent. Their volume, it is 10 liters. You can put L, 10 liters. Now we know that molarity of the solution, molarity of the solution is given by number of moles of a solute. Here it is 5 moles. You write 5 mol divided by volume of the solution directly 10 liters. You put 10 L. Now 5 by 10 is nothing but 5 1 5. It's 1 by 2, or it's nothing but 0.5. 0.5 mol by liter is written as per liter. Mole 0.5 mole per liter. And instead of mole per liter, you can also write 0.5. Put this capital letter M. 0.5 molar solution, that is 0.5 moles of the salt or the solute is present in 1 liter of the solution. So this is how you can find the molarity of a solution. The important thing to be known here is the amount of the salt here is expressed in terms of moles, and it's divided by the volume of the solution in terms of liters. And you know, this number of moles of the solute is given by dividing the given mass of the substance by its molar mass, or the given mass of the salt. When divided by its molar mass, you will get the number of moles of the salt.